Okay, the ZR1X is almost here, and we're seeing it much more now, even the new Quail Edition that has the first ever matte paint job finish for a mid-engine Corvette. It's quite cool, and I first saw it during Car Week at Pebble Beach, and the actual chief designer talked with us on camera. It was very, very cool. It was Tristan. Anyways, we're seeing this car get closer and closer to production. Today in this video, we're going to go check it out in person, plus break down what possibly the competitor brands are going to be doing to take down the ZR1X, and interesting handling dynamics that could make or break the ZR1X. Stuff that people don't really talk about, and you're going to want to listen in this video because it might change your perspective on the car. There's a lot of positives that come from 1250 horsepower, but at the same time, there's so many different ways that can come together, especially with the drivetrain layout of the ZR1X and other dimensions of the vehicle that don't get as much attention in publicity or with the media outlets. So we're going to call those things out in today's video to get your perspectives on it and to share what, well, we think. So if you enjoy this video, subscribe. Let's get straight to it. All right, guys, we have made it back. Another year, LA Auto Show behind me, Corvette ZR1X, the fastest Corvette ever, 1,250 horsepower. Right in front of us, we have the engine to the ZR1 and the ZR1X, and it's really incredible because you see all these moonshot logos, or these space shuttles. There's one hidden right here. There's a few on the turbos. These are the biggest factory production turbos for a passenger vehicle. And coming to the right side, more of those. This actually reflects a project name of Project Gemini. So internally, there's another one right there. The project of creating such an engine, a flat plane crank Corvette motor with 670 horsepower natural aspirated, then 1,064, was such a massive feat. They had a really appropriate code name, which was Gemini, which reflects all these different logos all over the engine that most people would never know that they have when they own the vehicle. But to my left, here we have, guys, the ZR1X, and why, yes, it did beat the Mustang GTD right there. There's a lap time 6:49, which is like, I think, 3 seconds faster, 2 to 3 seconds faster than the Ford Mustang GTD in the Nürburgring, which means this car is the fastest American car on the Nürburgring. Significantly, I would say, it even beat the Porsche GT3 RS. So compared to the multi-million-dollar cars, like the AMG Project One, that's still like way faster, this is quite shocking for a $200,000 car. Yeah, the lap time and also the price being a 200 grand Corvette. Real quickly, if you are getting a Corvette ZR1X or other Corvette and you are worried about it getting damaged from driving it to a Cars and Coffee, just living with it every day, or going on rallies or to the track, we found the solution, and I started Speed Phenom Film because of it. That is paint protection film, and we install it here. So if you need any paint protection film for your vehicle's ceramic coating or more, give us a call at 760-496-8607 to get in touch with our HQ here in the beach of Carlsbad, California. We started this place to bring back to our community here in the channel and to serve people from LA all the way down to San Diego. So make sure to reach out to us. Now, I'm very skeptical and excited about this new Corvette hitting the market because, well, when you look at all the powertrain features of having the E-Ray motor, because it's an E-motor, right, up front, and then having the ZR1 engine out back of 1,064 horsepower with the 5.5 liter V8, I think it's got all the elements here, but how will it really fundamentally compare to the ZR1 on the track? Because this is going to be heavier, having the electric battery system down the center tunnel and then the extra E-motor up front. When you deal with all-wheel drive powertrain layouts on the track, you are effectively putting more work and stress on those front tires that are also handling the weight rotation and getting that nose into a corner. So when you consider having the extra, well, work of spinning and accelerating, I think cars sometimes can become prone to understeer, which is one big concern I would be
worried about with the ZR1X having all-wheel drive. Yes, the all-wheel drive powertrain layout is fundamentally limited to a couple hundred horsepower up front compared to the 1,064 horsepower that gets evenly distributed out back. I just don't know how the actual balance of the vehicle is going to fare. It's got the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires, and for the curb weight, you're probably looking around 4,000 pounds. This is something that most of the time you don't really hear from the manufacturers. They don't really talk about the weight of the car because, well, sometimes they're not very good. They're not very lightweight. The newer cars coming out are not that lightweight compared to what they were years ago. Look at the past ZR1 for C6 or Z06 C6. It's like 3,000 pounds flat. Crazy. It's like 1,000 pounds lighter, right? But I think this has just got so much more going for it with the downforce. 1,200 pounds of downforce with the ZTK track performance package that car has behind me with the front dive planes and that massive rear wing. We're going to see, though, if Ford is going to be able to beat this because they're going back to the Nürburgring. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Ford's been there 2 times already. This is going to be the 3rd time? Well, there's so many elements that go into a fast lap time, and there's a lot of cheat codes that you can do with that as well. Because when you look at the upgrades that we're seeing, pause the thought, I went back and forth because these are like green outline and red. This is fun. You can see the ZR1 right through there. The point I'm trying to make here is this, guys. The upgrades that the GTD is looking like it is getting are similar to what the GT3 Manti kit does, and we've tested one on the channel. It's a significant change. We felt what those aero discs can do. We felt what just more balance and precision tuning can do for a vehicle. With more downforce, it can substantially change an entire 1 or 2 mile lap. I think you could drop seconds with the upgrades you have on the new GTD with the front double dive planes and the aero discs plus magnesium wheels. It's gonna be at least a second there, maybe 2, and if they can drop 2 seconds or more, they can take the throne back from the 1,250 horsepower Corvette ZR1X. I forgot to mention though, this is the Quail Edition. We first saw this in Monterey for Car Week, which gives you that matte finish paint job you can see right there. With the 1,250 horsepower, you are getting a 0 to 60 of under 2 seconds and a quarter mile time of under 9, which is almost, it's basically EV speeds, like with the Plaid. Behind me, we have a glimpse at the future of different concepts. This is the CX concept with like 2,000 horsepower, I thought I heard, active aero, and so much more. So it's fun seeing the different concept designs that these brands come up with over the years. I wonder how much of these harsh and mid-engine exotic car-like aesthetics they're gonna keep for a, well, American sports car.
I do want to add, I love the competition going on right now. We're seeing more and more lap times come out with brands. Even Porsche is back at the ring at the time of this video. They put down a new lap time with the GT3 MR of a 652.9, I believe. So it's a few seconds off the C8 ZR1X. I'm excited to see what version we could have in the future on top of the ZR1X. Where will they go from here? That's the big question. Will we see a Zora, or is this the Zora? Could the Zora be like the concept car in front of us? Maybe. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, really help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. While you do that, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. I'll see you in the next one.